how to draft a basic sleeve the easy way. This method is beginner friendly and you can draft it directly on your fabric, but I'll be using a pattern paper for illustration purpose. So first, you mark out your starting point. Then from there, you go down to mark your chest line, your cap height rather. And to get this cap height, you divide your bust or your chest by 12 plus 0.5. Here we'll be using a bust measurement of 32 inch. So 32 divided by 12 plus 0.5 would give us 3. So you go ahead and mark your 3-inch point from the starting line and then you rule it out. After marking a 3-inch point, you rule it out. So now, after getting the cap height line, now to mark out our armhole, we're going to mark it on the cap height line. And to get that, you divide your round bust or your chest by 6 plus 1.5. So here I have 6.8. After dividing my round bust by 6 plus 1.5, I had 6.8 and I approximate it to 7 inch. After marking out your 7 inch, you now connect the point, the 7-inch point, to the starting point with a straight line. As you see me do, you connect these 2 points with a straight line. So now, after connecting those 2 points with a straight line, you go ahead and divide the line into 4. Divide it into 4. So now we'll be getting 4 points on this straight line. So just watch closely what I'm doing. So after dividing by 2, you go ahead again and divide that 2 points into 2. The whole essence is to get 4 points on that straight line. So when you divide yours, whatever you get, you mark it out. So now we have 4 points. So now on the second point, you go up by 0.5. That is half of an inch. On the second point, you go up by 0.5. That is half of an inch. And then on the fourth point, you go down by 0.5. That's half of an inch. And you take your curve rule or your armhole curve and connect those points together. First, you connect the first, second, and the third point together. You go ahead and place your curve rule and connect those lines, those points. Connect the points together, the first, the second, and the third. Remember, the second point we went up by half of an inch. So after connecting the first 3 points, you go again and connect the third, fourth, and fifth point together. Connect the points together as you see me do. Just follow what I'm doing and you get it well. So now after connecting those points, we go down by our sleeve length. Here I'll be drafting out a short sleeve, and the short sleeve length is 8 inch. You can use this method also to draft out your long sleeve. It's just the same method. The only difference is with the length. So you, on that short sleeve length, which is 8 of an inch from the starting point, you mark out your round sleeve, which here I have 12. 12 divided by 2 will give me 6. So I marked out that 6 inch and then I connect it together as I am doing right now. So you can connect that with a straight line, but if you want a more fitted sleeve, you connect with a curve. Place your curve exactly the way I placed it. place your curve rule on that point and you give it a slight curve. Give it a slight curve. This gives a good fit under the arm, or you can also draw out a straight line. Then here I'm marking out the hemming allowance and I used 1.5. You can also use 1 inch, you can use 2 inch, whatever hemming allowance you want to use, but here I marked out 1.5. Then at that hemming allowance, I'm marking out the sleeve, round sleeve opening, which is 6. And what I do most times to hem it properly, I add 0.25, that is quarter of an inch, to whatever sleeve round you have. That is 12 divided by 2 is 6 plus quarter of an inch, and I connect together. This will enable me when I'm hemming the sleeve, it will stitch properly and not be short of fabric. So when you mark that out, you fold your hemming allowance. Fold your hemming allowance and then you cut out. You cut out your sleeve. You can go ahead to cut out the straight line or the curve. I'll go with the curve. You cut it out and cut out your sleeve. It's as easy as this. It's as easy as this. You just go ahead and cut it out. Cut it out, open it up. Just look at that curve there. You see it? Then you cut out your excess. You notice the line is not straight down there, it's curved a bit. This will help you to fold it well. So this is our basic sleeve. Our basic sleeve. You can place on your fabric, add your sewing allowance around the cap, the top, the side, and that is it. Thank you for watching. Bye.